Hi, my name is Patrick Green, and this is P565, and I'm responding to Forum Chapter 4 on describing how, or Unit 4, and describing how you can assist others to recognize and develop their strengths. Number one, I think it's really important to get to know your team and your group of people. It's important to just observe and watch and see how people work before you can actually really see what they need to improve on or what they're really good at. Um, I like to ask questions and when I observe, I like to see what makes people work hard, what makes them tick, what makes them do what they do. Um, I think it's important to ask yourself or ask other people what their passions are and observe and see what they're passionate about. If somebody's really passionate about something, they're going to work even harder than they ever will because they really care about something. Um, I think it's important to ask your team or your group what they need to do to become successful. What do they think they need help with? And what do they need from you as the leader? I think it's important to find out what those are and to give them what they need once you find out the answer to those questions and find those resources and find um, how to accomplish that. I think it's important to become the people you're leading, their biggest fans. That's important for people to know that you have their back, that you're doing your absolute best to make them successful. Because you're not going to be successful unless they're successful. I think it's important to work hard for your team or your students or your athletes or your organization to make them successful. That's the key. Is you're working for others, um, even though you are the leader. I was told uh, you need some of my best managers. I was told that you need to work so hard as if you're replacing yourself and kind of take yourself out of the equation because then you're going to have a really strong organization if you figure out how to um, make people better than who you are. Um, I think it's also important when you to make other people better or to assist other and recognize others in their strengths. It's important for me to study my craft so I can be the best uh, at what I know and what I can do to help them so they can rely on um, my coaching, my teaching, and my leadership. Um, how I do that is self-analyzing my day and how I can become a better teacher, coach, and trainer. Um, all those jobs I just named are jobs that rely on making others better so they can become successful in their goals. I don't have success unless the people I'm working around with are succeeding in their goals. Um, I need to know how they'll best respond. I need to know what makes them disengaged and how to avoid that and what will inspire them and help them to become their best and do more of that often. Um, I think it's really important to create relationships. That's going to be the biggest key, and that's kind of what makes the best leaders, the best managers, is the ones that have the best relationships. Um, allow others to trust them, so you can speak in their lives, and those people are going to run through walls for you and give their absolute best if you know that you care for them, if you have their back, and they can trust you. Um, I think it's important to be able to be honest but firm, and also when needed to know when to give grace and know when to back off, and that's just really knowing how just to have really healthy relationships around you. So that's how I can best recognize and assist others in developing their strengths.